Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Badin High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Hello, Butler County High School sports enthusiasts. You're dialed in to another live internet radio broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. It's week 13 of the high school football season, and only one team from the report's coverage area remains, the Baton Rams. We are here at Miamisburg's Holland Field, where the number 4 seeded Baton Rams are taking on the number 7 seeded Trotwood-Madison Rams in a Division III regional final contest. I'm Chris Vogt. I'll be leading the way, along with tonight's color commentator, Chris Gundrum. Chris, long time no see, and it's a pleasure to share the booth with you again tonight, brother.
Thanks, Chris. You're right. It's been a while, but it's great to be working with you again, and I couldn't be any more excited. I've been waiting for this all week. It's playoff time. The energy around tonight's game and in the stadium is absolutely electric. The fans are fired up, and I can't wait to see Badin playmakers like Alex DeLong, Joshua Hegman, and Evan Schlenzer continue to add to their highlight reels tonight.
Those are 3 names we'll be calling quite often tonight. But no, Chris, I know you've been hopping into the thick of things here, but you've been keeping a keen eye on what's been transpiring with what Badin's been doing and what's brought us here tonight. The Rams, who are 9-3 and winners of 9 out of the last 10, began their journey to this point by starting the season off 0-2, okay? Some adjustments were made. Coach Shorty has made some fantastic moves. The players have been getting amped up as the season went, and now we're here getting set to watch one of the hottest teams in the state take the field here shortly.
Well, you're right, and I think simply saying they're hot is a bit of an understatement. This Baton Rams team is blazing hot. That rough start to the early in the season is definitely in the rearview mirror. They've rattled off 5 straight, including a huge win last week over rival Alter, and they've shown no signs of slowing down anytime soon. I expect that they're going to be focused and ready to continue their win streak tonight.
Well, I guess before we get too carried away, let us welcome in some of our sponsors. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. We're here at Miamisburg Holland Field, where it is the Badin Rams getting set to kick off against the Trotwood-Madison Rams in a Division III regional final contest. Winner will take on the Bishop Hartley Jonathan Alder winner, and we will keep a keen eye on that contest as the evening goes on. Chris, we touched base a little bit on Badin, why they're here before the break, the adjustments that were made. The offense is playing at a high level. Defense is stout at this point. The Badin Rams are healthy. I guess that's another big thing right there. I mean,
absolutely.
When playing in week 13, that's a coach's dream right there, is to have all your players who are healthy. But what are some of the names that we'll be calling here from the Badin side of things?
Well, as I mentioned before, the Baton Rams definitely have plenty of talent. Starting with their offense that averages about 330 yards and about 28 points per game, you have senior quarterback Zach Schweitzer. He comes into tonight's game with over 1,500 yards passing and 17 touchdowns. He threw for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns last week in that win over Alter. One of Schweitzer's favorite targets this season has been senior Joshua Hegman. He leads the team in receiving with nearly 700 yards and 11 touchdowns. He had 5 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown last week. Look for him to remain involved as a focal point here tonight on offense. And, of course, You can't forget about senior running back Alex DeLong. He's the team's leading rusher this season with over 1,100 yards rushing and 16 touchdowns. He does also have 21 receptions on the year with 151 yards and a touchdown. Last week he ran the ball 31 times for a whopping 239 yards. Yeah, and a touchdown, and he did add one reception for 4 yards. Last but certainly not least, you can't forget about that Baton defense. This is a unit that is giving up just roughly 200 yards and about 10 points per game. And they're led by senior linebacker Evan Schlensker, who is the 2018 Defensive Player of the Year for the GCLC Central Division. He continues to lead this Baton Rams defense this season and comes into tonight with 79 total tackles, 45 of those solo, with a sack and an INT.
Well, we did get a chance to speak to a couple of some Baton top performers throughout the week. Let's see what they had to say before heading into this contest.
Starting off 0-2, that nobody likes that. And yeah, in my mind, I was like, man, 8 more games. If we lose 8 more games, that's not a good year. It's not a good senior year for me. And turning around, it's just kind of unbelievable, where we're at now.
Yeah, it was a little weird, a different spot than what we were expecting, a little different area that we were, used to, at Baton football. But, hey, we had to keep grinding, and that was our message in the locker room that, hey, we're still a good football team. We can still get this thing heading in the right direction, and we're able to do that. Made a couple changes, which was really, really important to us.
I think it was good that we needed to, restart, recoup and see what we had and see what we had to do. And I think that's the difference is we know what we want to do now, and we're executing now. So.
If there's one thing, I'm going to put it on the kids. These kids have kind of adopted that mentality of a 1-week season, starting week 3. And, that was our emphasis. That was the first thing we talked about every Saturday morning, every Monday when we started our team meeting is, hey, 1 week is all we're focusing on is this week and what we had to do to win a football game, and a lot of credit to them and to what they were willing to do and work-wise and focus and execution-wise. And, they stepped up to the plate.
All right, that was Nathan Schuster. That was head coach Nick Yorty, as well as starting senior quarterback Zach Schweitzer. Moving on to Trotwood, there's one thing that always sticks out with these guys, and that's a D3 program that's battle-tested throughout the entire season. They're from the Greater Western Ohio Conference that is comprised of mostly D1 schools. That right there is a telltale sign as to why Trotwood is always ready to play at this point in the season, Chris.
Yeah, and as many playmakers, as we talked about for Baton, as much talent as they have, Trotwood has plenty of talent themselves. Baton will certainly have their hands full tonight. The Trotwood Rams are led by junior quarterback Cooper Stewart. He comes into the night with over 1,500 yards passing and 16 touchdowns. He does have 4 INTs on the season, but he's also capable of running the ball, although he does have just a little over 280 yards rushing on the season. He does have 6 touchdowns on the ground, so Baton will certainly have to keep an eye on that throughout the game tonight. Trotwood's leading rusher is freshman Ezekiel Hudson-Davis. The young man has more than 1,100 yards rushing on the season with 11 touchdowns. That's impressive for a freshman. Trotwood has a couple of playmakers at receiver as well. Senior Carl Blanton Jr. leads the team in receiving with more than 600 yards and 8 touchdowns. And then, of course, senior Sammy Anderson also does a nice job catching passes for Trotwood. He has more than 300 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns.
Well, here, Chris, getting set to kick off here, like we were talking about the vibe. We're here at Miamisburg. The scene just from Miamisburg, the hospitality from them has been fantastic. This is a state-of-the-art place to be watching a football game right now.
Yeah, it sure is, and it's not only a great place to be sitting here watching a game of football. I know I'm sure the kids down there are excited to be playing in such a beautiful stadium tonight.
Oh, for sure. Well, I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. We're here at Miamisburg's Holland Field. Well, set to kick off. Badin will be wearing their green jerseys with their white pants, with their white helmets. Trotwood-Madison Rams has their all-white uniforms with their red numbers and white hats. Badin won the toss, Chris, and they will be kicking off, and they'll be receiving at halftime. And set to kick off here is Swinefus. He does most of the kicking duties. And we're off. The kick is a little bit to the right there and out of bounds. Not something that you would ideally want to see on a kickoff right there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to start the game off, to kick it out of bounds, certainly not what you want. Trotwood's going to get decent field position to start, and Badin's going to have to make sure that their defense holds up here.
Well, a lot of kickoffs that we see like that, and Joey and I kind of go back and forth. We kind of talk like, hey, is a kick like that trying to prevent them from returning the ball? Would you rather give them field position at the 35 and prevent them not returning the ball at all? But it sounds like maybe keeping them away from their playmakers on those on that kickoff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think trying to keep them from getting a big return, maybe you take the field position with the kick out of bounds versus, a potential big return.
All right, we've got two wide receivers split to the right in the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Over to the left side to number 4. That's caught, and that's going to be a first down. It was Carl Blanton Jr.
Yeah, nice catch right there along the sideline. Great first play to start the game for Trotwood.
Nice little throwing catch. That was Dominique Reese. He stepped in there and tossed a nice pitch and catch to Carl Blanton, and that's going to put the ball at the Badin 46-yard line. Same formation there, Chris. Carl Blanton is in the shotgun. He takes a snap and hand off to number 6, and that is Keshawn Hughley.
Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of laundry on the floor. Not until a 5-yard game. We'll see what happens there. Keshawn Hughley.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be on Trotwood. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a nice run for a decent gain, but that's negated by the penalty here.
Yeah, ideally something like that would be offensive holding, and that's exactly what the call is. Well, after that decent pitch and catch there for an 11-yard gain gets nullified, and now we're looking at first down and 20 in Trotwood's own 35-yard line.
Yeah, you have the nice play on first down. You get the nice catch along the sideline, and then you get pushed back with a penalty. Not ideal, but it's still first down. They have an opportunity here to keep moving the ball.
Cooper Stewart is in the shotgun. He's got two wide receivers split to the left, one to the right. Drops back, looking, and he's getting some pursuit from Badin's defense. Tries to toss it, and I think he ended up getting sacked there, Chris. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Great pressure by Badin's defense. They got in there quick. And Cooper Stewart barely had any time at all to try and get rid of that football.
That was Hunter Harrison, number 77, applying some of the defensive pressure for Badin, and that's going to set up a second down and 10. They're going to call that an incomplete pass there. He got rid of it barely. Yeah,
I was going to say he barely got rid of it. So they're fortunate of that.
And Trotwood's going to take the second down and 20 opportunity here. We got 10:56 left to go in the first quarter if you're just tuning in. Looks like Cooper Stewart's going to go under center. Two wide receivers split to the left, one to the right. And as a handoff up the middle and smothered, Badin defense doing a little bit of pursuit up the middle.
I tell you what, that front for Badin, they were not giving any room to run at all. And now you're looking at third and long for Trotwood. There's not too many stellar plays for a third and long situation like this. I'm curious to see what they do.
Well, that was Hudson Davis up the middle, and that was a no gain. Sets up a third down and 20. Badin's defense jacked up and had a little bit of help with that offensive holding. But you know what? At this point, you're taking what you're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree completely.
And Cooper Stewart in the shotgun, running back to the left, and he's got four wide receivers doing a little bit of a spread here. Two to the left, two to the right. Shotgun, handoff to number 6, and that's going to be Hughley again. He's not until a 9-yard gain. That's going to bring up fourth down and 11, Chris. If you're Trotwood-Madison, are you going to play a field position game and boot this ball away?
Yeah, I think you got to kick it. It's still early. You want to try and pin Badin deep as back as far as you can, and let your defense go to work.
Trotwood-Madison back to punt here, and you got two playmakers back to return this kick. As like we were talking about before, we got Alex DeLong and Joshua Hegeman. a little bit of a squib kick that's not going to get to neither one of them. And it's going to drop down at the 21-yard line, and that's where Badin's going to start this drive. 9:28 left to play in the first quarter. 0-0. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics.
Hey, this is Badin High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg, where it is 0-0. Trotwood-Madison is held by the Baton Defense, and Badin is going to start this drive at their own 20, and handoff up the middle from Zach Schweitzer to Alex DeLong, and that's going to be, we'll call that a 4-yard gain. Bring that to the 25-yard line, Chris. And if you're a coach, a 5-yard gain, 4 or 5-yard gain, you're happy on that.
Absolutely, to start the play. It's not that 10-yard gain that Trotwood got on their first play, but you're giving the ball to your playmaker. You're moving the ball, moving the sticks.
Well, you're going to see mostly a spread formation. Nobody in the backfield, but I think we're going to have some. There's not a legal motion. It's going to be offsides on Trotwood-Madison. I think a lot of people were thinking it was going to be a legal motion on that. So that's going to move the ball to the 31-yard line of Badin, where it's going to be second down in inches, Chris.
Yeah, plenty of options here on 2nd and 1. You know, you could easily go to DeLong again, or you could, try and take a shot here deep, knowing you got a 3rd and short potentially coming up.
And Zach Schweitzer makes a smart move, gets under center and plows forward for 2 yards, moves the chains. And I tell you what, Zach Schweitzer's been doing a fantastic job of regulating the game. That might have been a call of his own. He just said, I'm going to go under center, run up the middle, and boom, got it.
And you know what? You can't go wrong with that. It's a short yardage situation. Either that or like I said, you can't go wrong running the ball on that coming up here on first down.
8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Schweitzer under center. Badin is at their own 32-yard line. There's 3 wide receiver to the right. That's going to be a pitch to DeLong with a little bit of a spin move here to the right and gets roughly 2. Was hitting the backfield, but good enough to get 2 there.
Yeah, he was able to get back to the line. It was a little pitch out to the right side. He was looking for room, but there was just nothing there.
And that's going to set up a second down, and we'll call that 8 here at the 35-yard line of Badin. Just under 8 minutes to play if you're tuning in. It's Badin 0, Trotwood-Madison 0 in this Division III regional final here at Miamisburg. 4 wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and Alex DeLong is, let's call that a little bit to the left of Zach Schweitzer. He usually goes with either the pistol or the shotgun formation. He's got Joshua Hegeman on the pitch and catch here across the 50-yard line. First down and 10, moving the chains. We're probably going to see a lot of that tonight.
I was going to say, what a great play with Schweitzer to Hegeman right there. Nice route going towards the sideline, catch on the sideline there. Here past the 50, and they're really moving the ball well right now.
7:30 left to go in this first quarter. Badin on the move here after stopping Trotwood on their first possession. We've got 4 wide receiver package here, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. DeLong next to Schweitzer. You're going to see this formation quite often here. Reaching the 7:30 mark of this first quarter. Handoff up the middle to DeLong. DeLong slips through the cracks there and gets himself about 4 yards. Again, Coach Shorty's happy if you're seeing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, again, these runs haven't been huge gains, but they've still been for positive yards, and like you say, any coach is going to be happy with that.
And what you're going to see with this offense is that Badin will see a huge play from Alex DeLong. He'll see a 40 or 50-yard jaunt, and then he'll see 4 or 5 yards. And I tell you what, if you're Badin, thumbs up to that.
Hey, it's better to be moving positive direction than negative.
The same formation here, 4 wide receiver package, toss over to the right side, tries to hit Marshall Flagg, but great pursuit on the defensive end by Quentin Davis there to knock that ball away.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a great play by the defense. It looked like it might be open, but the defender just came in and swatted that ball away.
Well, Schweitzer was trying to hit Marshall Flagg on a little bit of a 5-and-out route on that right sideline. Brings up 3rd down and 6. At the Trotwood-Madison 42-yard line. 6:52 left to play in this first quarter. If you're just tuning in, it's 0-0. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. Schweitzer dropping back to pass. Has nobody helping him out and tosses it up into space there. And luckily, Chris, that was nearly intercepted by number 2, Davis. Quentin Davis, again, hits the ground. Luckily for Badin.
Just out of the reach of the defender, and maybe a little bit of an ill-advised pass. I think he was just trying to get rid of the football. But you're right, that could have very easily been a touchdown if it wasn't just out of the reach of the defender.
Couldn't really pinpoint as to who that was intended for, but we're going to see a punt here from Badin. And Rocky Anzalone is back to kick. He just a stellar punter, knows how to do it. He knows how to place and does a fantastic job of creating field position game for Badin. There's a snap. Rocky, a little bit of a coffin corner here, and you're going to see that all day long inside the 10, and it's been seen far too many times for Rocky Anzalone at the 9-yard line. That's where Trotwood's going to start.
That's a great job getting that down inside the 10, and it's going to be a difficult starting field position for Trotwood.
Well, Trotwood's going to take this second possession here at their own 9-yard line. 6:36 left to play here. Chris, I mean, ideally you're looking at a style of game that we probably thought we were going to see. We got two decent offenses going up against two decent defenses, so it's going to collide like this.
Yeah, and usually when you have those types of games, it's going to be more of a defensive battle.
Right. We've got Cooper Stewart under center here. One wide receiver spread out to the right. We've got an I formation here. Whistle.
Another flag on the play.
Yeah, some laundry on the field. Well, let's see here. False start.
False start. Yep. And that's a costly penalty at this part of the field right here. You're already starting inside the 10, and to get moved back even further, that's definitely not what you want.
Well, you can say they're not going to get the full 5 yards on that since they started at the 9, but either way, it's 4.5 yards, and you're pinned inside your 5 and starting off on a first down and 14 play for Trotwood.
And let's see if Badin's defense can capitalize on this field position. We know how stout they are.
Yep. Cooper Stewart under center here for Trotwood. I formation behind him. One wide receiver split out to the left side. Toss over to the left side to number 34, Hudson Davis, and he's going to get himself, we'll call that a 4-yard gain back to the line of scrimmage before Badin ended up corralling that together.
That's a good job to get the ball back in positive territory here. They're still about 2nd and 10, but they're starting to get into much better field position than being right in the shadow of their own goalpost there.
Reaching the 6-minute mark of this first quarter, you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. This broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, proudly serving speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County. I formation is Trotwood-Madison. Fake handoff from Cooper Stewart over to the left side, right side. Keontae Hughley, a little bit of a pitch and catch, and that's a 20. We'll call that a 30-yard gain there.
I tell you what an awesome play there. Hughley with the catch right there on the sideline. Man, I tell you what, starting down as close as they were to the goal line to move that ball in big chunk like that.
Huge play.
Great play by Trotwood right there.
Well, that was Keontae Hughley. He was covered by Badin's primetime player. That was Joshua Hegeman.
Yeah, it wasn't bad coverage at all. He just made a great play on the ball.
In same formation, Cooper Stewart under center with an I formation. Man split out to the left side. Handoff to Hudson Davis again and smothered up the middle.
Swallowed right there at the line.
I'm going to give that tackle to Keegan Gormley there. He was up in the middle in the thick of things there. We're reaching the 5-minute mark of this first quarter. Zip here in this Division III regional final here at Miamisburg. Boy, oh boy, a huge play from Trotwood to get out of that, like you said, the shadow of their own end zone.
Yeah, if you're Badin, you'd like to get a stop down there at the other end of the field, but again, we talked about the talents that Trotwood has on offense. You gotta think they're trying to hold here.
A similar I formation with Cooper Stewart under center. A long developing run play to Hudson Davis to the right side, and we're going to give Evan Schlensker that tackle. That was about we'll call that a 5-yard gain, brings it to Trotwood's own 45-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and 5.
Nice run up the right side of the field there. It was another positive game, brings up a 3rd and manageable situation here for Trotwood.
Third down and 5 at their own 45. We're reaching the 4-minute mark. Tick, tick, tick. Been a quick first quarter here, as expected when you've got two powerhouse defenses going up against some pretty good stellar offenses. They're going to collide like this. Cooper Stewart's going to decide to go in the shotgun here with a 4-man wide receiver package. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Stewart over the right side, hits number 4, Carl Blanton Jr., and that's going to be a first down, 10-yard gain across midfield, and that's going to bring it to the 43-yard line.
Nice timing on that throw there. I think Stewart got rid of the ball before his receiver had even turned around. And another big play here by Trotwood to move the ball and another first down.
Yeah, that catch was Justin Johnson. First down and 10, Trotwood-Madison. Same formation, 4 wide receiver package. Cooper Stewart in the shotgun. To the left of him is Hughley. Dropping back to pass from the shotgun, looking to the left side. A little bit of pursuit from the inside, and he fumbles. He puts it on the ground. A tackle. I think they got it. They put it on the ground, Chris.
Wow.
I don't know who ended up getting that recovery. It was a little bit of a cluster under there, but they're saying Badin's got it.
What a great stop there by Badin, and to get the turnover. Trotwood, they had a couple of big plays. Looked like they were moving down the field, and Badin defense comes up big, and now they've got the ball with an opportunity here in good field position.
Well, just looking at that play from the get-go, it just looked like there were 3 Badin defenders in the backfield in less than a second. So Cooper Stewart had no choice but to scramble for that and lost it. And now we're looking at first down and 10 for Badin at their own 44-yard line. Hand off to DeLong up the middle, out of the shotgun, and gets himself about 3 yards up to the 47-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, another positive gain. You got to believe they're going to want to try and get him going. Bringing up another second and pretty decent field position here.
I think you're going to look at a lot of Alex DeLong, a little bit of a setup there, and I'd imagine you might be getting Josh Hegeman in the mix there on some passing attempts here. Here comes the pistol formation. DeLong is next to Schweitzer. 4 wide receivers set to the left. Quick pass over to the number 15, and that's Max Lauer. A little bit of a low ball. Lauer goes down and gets it, and that's going to be a quick pitch and catch there from Schweitzer to Lauer, and that's going to be third down and 3 across the midfield at the Trotwood-Madison 49.
Yeah, that's a great pitch and catch on the pass to the right side of the field, and as you mentioned, going to the ground, great concentration to catch the ball.
Looking down, I said third down and about 3 here at the 49 of Trotwood, reaching the 2-minute mark. Tick, tick, tick is this first quarter. 4 wide receivers split out to the right. DeLong is next to Schweitzer. Schweitzer rolls to the right. A little bit of pursuit there. Tosses it over to the right side. Oh, and he had a receiver about 25 yards down the field. Had good separation. That was Max Lauer in and out of the hands. I think he slipped as he was going down.
I was going to say, it looked like he slipped a little bit coming out of his route there because he was open and ready for that catch. Unfortunately, he couldn't come up with it, and now looks like Badin's going to be forced to kick it away.
Playing a field position game here. Here comes Rocky Anselon, an all-star punter. I wouldn't be surprised if this kid gets some college looks here because this guy knows how to place it.
Put it inside the 10 last time, so we'll see what he does here.
Back to return is Sammy Anderson. And I think we got a little bit of a stoppage in play here. False start Badin, it looks like. We're at the 1:44 mark of this first quarter. Back and forth here, nothing going though. Both defenses are standing their ground here, Chris.
Yeah, we've seen some positive plays offensively on both sides. Just neither team right now can seem to really get much of anything going.
False start on Badin. It's going to push it back a little further here. It's going to be a 4th down and 8 play, but Rocky Anselon, no fear, Rocky Anselon it doesn't matter. He's going to boot it anyway and try and get themselves to pin Trotwood-Madison inside the 20. Right, this broadcast, like we said before, is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, proudly serving speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County. Rocky Anselon ends up getting that punt off, and I tell you what, I think that was Keontae Hughley. A little bit of risky business there, trying to collect that ball up and some traffic on that punt.
Yeah, you really got to be careful in that situation. If that ball were to bounce up and hit him, and you've got Badin defenders all around, that could easily be a turnover in favor of Badin.
Trotwood's going to take this possession. This will be their third possession there at their own at their own 21-yard line. A minute 40 left to play in this first quarter if you're just tuning in. It's Badin nothing, Trotwood-Madison nothing. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. We're here at a beautiful Miamisburg Holland Field. Just state-of-the-art. I know it was just built 4 years ago, I believe. Here comes Cooper Stewart in a shotgun, looking over to the right side. Has nothing, going to try and run it himself. A little pursuit, juke and jive, gets himself a good 11-yard gain. Chris moves the chains. Good move by him.
He absolutely. He made that look easy. A lot of room on the right side. He picked a hole, and he went through it.
And it's going to move the ball to the Trotwood, their own 33-yard line. We're going to be reaching the minute mark here this first quarter. Both defenses standing their ground. I think we're going to look at which offense can make the big play first here.
That's right.
Cooper Stewart in the shotgun for Trotwood. Toss over to the left side. A quick hitter over to Keontae Hughley. And that's going to bring the ball up to the 43-yard line. And I think it's going to be a yard shy if you're kind of measuring it from up here.
That was a great catch by Hughley. It looks like it was thrown maybe a little bit behind him. He was able to concentrate and catch it and bring it in, bringing us to a 2nd and short.
2nd down and 1 here for Trotwood-Madison at their own 42-yard line. 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. We're looking at a shotgun formation. Hudson Davis doing a little bit of juke and jiving next to Cooper Stewart there. And we've got 3 wide receiver to the right. And Hudson Davis gets it. Looking like Pac-Man there, weaving and dodging across the 50-yard line. First down there, Trotwood-Madison.
Spinning and bouncing off of tacklers, getting down past the 1st-yard marker. That was a great run. Great job to set up that first down.
And we're going to see. I want to keep an eye on these offensive linemen from both programs. It looked like Trotwood-Madison had Badin well blocked on that. It was kind of like a read option play there from Cooper Stewart to Hudson Davis. So good read on that. Here comes Cooper Stewart, dropping back to pass, looking a little pursuit from Badin here, and he takes it to the left side. He's running to the sidelines, gets himself about a 5-yard gain out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Chris.
Drop back to pass. There was room on the left side, and why not take it? Might be something, like I said earlier on, got to kind of keep an eye on that because he can run the football.
Is there a stoppage in play here, Chris? I think it's going to take us to the second quarter. And that's it, yeah, looking at nothing. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics. We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week.
Hey, this is Badin High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg. It's 0-0. Badin and Trotwood in a deadlock here. Trotwood, 2nd down and about 4 here. Here comes Cooper Stewart. Going to hand off to number 11 as Justin Johnson to the right side. A little bit of a jet sweep there, but looks like he gets next to nothing there. Maybe a -2 on that one.
Yeah, it was a stretch to the right side here, and he tried to stretch it out, and Baton's defenders were just right there. Didn't really give them any room to move at all.
Yeah, if you're looking at that play, I think Joshua Hageman on that left side made sure that he was going to commit up, and he ended up getting that help that he expected from his defense there. 3rd down and 7 here at the Badin 45-yard line. Trotwood trying to make themselves a little bit of an offensive move here. But the first quarter it wasn't easy sailing for neither team on the offensive end here.
We got another stop here.
Yeah, we're going to salvage and play here. Timeout, Trotwood. That's going to give ourselves a timeout. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Baden High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Dropping back the pass as Cooper Stewart shakes off a block here and tosses it, almost picked off.
Wow,
by Marshall Flagg.
Almost 2 big plays. First, the near sack in the backfield, and it looks like there's a Badin player down right now. Can't tell.
Is that Keegan Gormley?
It
yeah.
looks like, yeah.
Keegan Gormley, he's just a beast on the defensive end for Badin. You hate to see anybody go down like this. So as he's being attended to, we're going to take another break here. It's 0-0. Badin and Trotwood-Madison in a 0-0 lock. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Baden High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, Keegan Gormley has walked off the field, gets up on his own. We hope that he is okay. And Trotwood setting up the punt here. A boot inside the 20-yard line, and that's picked up by Baden's Alex DeLong, and he's going to bring it to the 15-yard line. Saved a worse field position than what it could have been.
Yeah, definitely not great field position, but it definitely, as you said, could have been worse. That ball looks like it would have bounced all the way almost to the end zone there.
And Baden's going to take over on this next possession. It's a little bit of a back-and-forth excursion here from Badin and Trotwood-Madison. Baden's going to take this drive at the 15-yard line. 10:56 left to play here in the second quarter if you're just tuning in. It's 0-0. Stalemate here. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. Here's Zach Schweitzer in the shotgun. Hand off to Alex DeLong up the middle. Weaving and dodging. He's finally knocked to the ground after slipping through that line for about 4 yards there.
Yeah, slipped through offensive line. Didn't really get much of a push there, but he was still able to get a couple of yards there for a decent gain.
Second down and 6 at their own 18 is Badin. We're looking at 10:30 left to go in the second quarter. And Badin in this spread formation there. Here comes DeLong a little bit to the, we'll say to the right of Schweitzer here with 4 wide receivers set here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Marshall Flegg in motion to the left side here. Hand off to Alex DeLong. DeLong plunges forward for about 3 yards. We'll call that to the 22-yard line. It's as simple as that, Chris. If you're going to get Alex DeLong running the ball, he's ideally probably going to get 3-4 yards every time.
Yep, and again, another positive play brings up a 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable situation here. Got plenty of options right here to get the first down.
You'll rarely ever see Zach Schweitzer get out of the shotgun here, and as he is right now, he's in the shotgun. 2 wide receiver to the right, handoff up the middle to DeLong, a little bit of a push, and it's going to be a close one, Chris. He gets to the 25-yard line, which is where they needed to go. So they're pushing it. They say no measurement here. First down, Badin.
Yeah, again, that offensive line not getting much of a push, but it did just enough to get the job done for another first down here for Badin.
Oh, no, they're not saying it. Oh, boy. They're pushing the chains. Maybe. I don't think they're trying to move the chains. All right, there we go. Badin's saying, come on, push the chains. It's at the 25-yard line. What are you guys waiting for? There we go. A little bit of confusion. The chain gang on the opposite end isn't... I mean, I just don't know if the chain gang's looking at the wrong game or what.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure if they really realized what was going on there for a moment. The refs had to kind of remind them to get into place here.
I mean, if you've been looking at the clock, it's been running the entire time, Chris. That was a good minute off the clock. So Badin gets reestablished with that play clock, too. So we can thank the chain gang for running off a minute of play here. Here comes a shotgun here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left here. Toss across the middle to Josh Hageman. They've got to start getting him in this in this offensive scheme here, and that's going to be good for a 7-yard pitch and catch there.
Yeah, that's a nice route by Hageman coming across the middle, just shy of a first down. Nice little pitch and catch right there.
Brings the ball to the 34-yard line of Badin, where this 2nd down and 1 opportunity for Badin is up next. 8:15 left to play in the second quarter. Badin looking to go on the move here. Here comes Zach Schweitzer in the inevitable shotgun. Hand off to DeLong. Plunge up the middle, nothing going, but hey, nothing going as in first down.
Right, I was going to say just enough to get another first down, and that's all really that you can ask for at this point. Get a short gain, live to fight another day.
Yeah, it's going to put the ball at the Badin 38-yard line.
Yep.
Under the 8-minute mark. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. We are here at Miamisburg's Holland Field. It's just a fantastic view up here in the press box. We want to thank the Miamisburg administration, the athletic administration, for setting us up in prime seating there. Handoff up the middle to Alex DeLong.
Finds a little bit more room there up the middle there.
I tell you what, like we keep saying, Alex DeLong will end up getting you 4 or 5 every time, and that right there is 5. Reaching the 7-minute mark of this second quarter, the ball is placed at Badin's own 43-yard line. Doing a little bit of clock management here, running the plays it should be. They're not trying to do anything fancy, and that's been Badin's forte when it comes to their offensive spread.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you get into these playoff situations, you got to do what stick with what got you here. So
4 wide receiver set. Schweitzer toss across the middle there. Flag with a little bit of a slant route across the middle there. Off the mark, hits the ground, and complete.
Yeah, it was a bit of a low throw. Would have been a really, really tough catch. But it's still a 3rd and manageable situation here. It's 3rd and 5. Again, you got an opportunity here to get a first down.
Got to commend both defenses here. We're always seeing 3rd down and 5s at around the 50-yard line, so it kind of puts the offense in a little bit of a pickle here. Do you want to go for it or do you want to punt? And I think both teams are making the right call on 4th down and punting it. But at this time, it's 3rd and 5 for Badin here with 4 wide receivers set to the right. Schweitzer's going to drop back, rolls to the right, hits Marshall Flegg, first down, move the chains across the 50-yard line down to the 49. Beautiful, beautiful rollout play for Badin there.
Yep, a nice rollout there by Schweitzer and a great route by Flagg. He goes just far enough past that first down marker to come back and make the catch. Really, really nice job on that play.
And Badin's going to take this first down opportunity at the 50-yard line. Stoppage in play here. Let's see what's going to go. Let's see what the folks in black and white are going to say here. And we're looking at 6:30 left here in the first half, and resetting the game clock to 6:44 here. I think we were out of bounds. I think that play was out of bounds.
Gotcha.
I think the clock didn't stop there
Yeah.
as Marshall Flagg stepped out of bounds. First down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Badin's going to be in the shotgun formation. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Schweitzer is right next to Alex DeLong. And you're always going to see Nick Yorty down there bouncing around. He's got his playbook dangling from his belt. Here comes a handoff up the middle to Alex DeLong. Alex DeLong splits it, and as we saw, all of Badin's fan base stands up because they were waiting for a run like that from DeLong. Gets himself 11, pushes the chains down to the 39.
Yeah, I think that's the most room that DeLong has seen all night. Hole just opened up, and he took advantage of it.
Decent drive here for Badin. Nothing fancy. Playing it safe here. Working the ball around the field. A little bit of everything here for Badin. We're reaching the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Badin's going to have this same formation you're going to see all day long. Well, you're not going to see. We will. 4 wide receiver set. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Schweitzer looking to the left, rolling out, trying to get a little bit of something going on. He's going to be taken down at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2. We'll go ahead and give that tackle to number 6, Keshawn Hughley.
Yeah, Schweitzer was rolling out to the left side, looking to extend the play, just looking for somebody to throw it to, and there was no one open. And the defender just came up to make the play, just barely, not even got back to the yard line of scrimmage. So I was setting up 2nd and 11.
And I tell you what, I know Schweitzer had an ill-advised pass last drive, but commended him for at least trying to make a play, but not doing too much on that play, and decided to take the sack there. Schweitzer back to pass, screen pass opportunity. Alex DeLong gets crunched. That was a free safety by number 4, Carl Blanton Jr. Just came up, sniffed out that Alex DeLong screen pass to the left side.
Yeah, the defenders were all over it. I think even if he would have caught the ball, it would have been for no gain.
Well, we want to also talk about, we didn't really get too far into Trotwood, but I mean, their 3 losses are to Springboro, Springfield, and I'm trying to pinpoint that other loss there. But I mean, Division I schools that you're talking about here. Here comes Alex DeLong in the shotgun. Nobody's helping him out here. Nobody in the backfield. And I think Nick Yorty's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah. Take a moment to regroup. Think about what you want to do here on a 3rd and long situation.
I like those timeouts, Chris. I don't think there's anything wrong with those there.
Absolutely not.
We're going to take it into a break of our own. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Baden Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg. 4:31 left to play in the first half. It is 0-0. We're in a deadlock here, Chris. It's been like this for almost a quarter and a half here.
Yeah, both teams have done just enough to move the ball up to the 50, and then after that, it's the defense takes over and makes a play to stop the drive.
Schweitzer in a shotgun. Everybody is wanting to get a little bit of the action for some wide receiver pitch and catch from Schweitzer. That long pass over to the sidelines was to Josh Hegman, trying to make a play on that down at the 15-yard line. It well overthrown there. Nothing going on there.
Yeah, he was going to Hegman all the way. and it was over the head and just too far outside for him to make a catch, and it's going to set up a punt here for Badin.
Oh, yeah, 4th down and 12. I think that's a no-brainer there. Field position game. If Rocky Anselm wants to be the start of the game, I mean, I don't think that's a bad leg to put the ball into. Rocky Anselm inside the 5-yard line, and that's exactly what we're talking about right there. Pinned inside the 3-yard line. Rocky's the man.
Just another excellent kick right there, and it's off kind of towards the right sideline there. Pins him down deep inside the 5. Great, not great starting field position for Trotwood, but this sets up the Baton defense very well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be 1st down and 10 at Trotwood's own 3-yard line. 4:16 left to play in the second quarter. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. Our red zone sponsor is 3C Contracting, but we haven't been able to. We'll get the reverse red zone.
That's right.
3 Contracting. Pole barns and garage is built by a C3 Contractor. You can call 513-519-4656 for a complimentary quote today on any of your building needs. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Hudson Davis. A little bit of a 5-yard burst up the middle there. Brings the ball to the 10-yard line. Good start to this drive there. Actually, no, that's a 7-yard gain for Hudson Davis.
Yeah, that's an excellent play right there to move yourself out of the shadow of your own goal line right there.
And Cooper Stewart getting a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. Under shotgun, handoff to Hudson Davis. Bulls up the middle, found himself a hole. 1st down, move the chains. That's going to be pushing the ball down to the 17-yard line. Is Trotwood-Madison. I think a Badin player ran away with that ball.
I was going to say, I think Jaden Carter was trying to say that he took the ball away there.
But the refs ended up calling that play dead before that happened. Hey, at this point, you're trying to make anything happen.
Absolutely.
1st down and 10 at the 17-yard line. We're looking at 3:30 left to play in this first half. Time's a ticking. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Handoff to Hudson Davis. It splits that defensive line, gets himself an 11-yard gain, 1st down. Now that time, the time does stop here after a 1st down. So Trotwood has a little bit of time to get recouped, still do that hurry-up offense, but that time doesn't start until that ball's placed. Cooper Stewart under center here, I formation. Same thing. Handoff to Hudson Davis. Gets hit in the backfield. Hit again, but still leans forward for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he was nearly swallowed in the backfield, and he just happened to move just enough to the left a little bit to get just anything he could there.
We're going to give that a 3-yard gain. Pushes the ball to the Trotwood-Madison 31-yard line. Under 3 to play here in this first half. If you're just tuning in, it's been a back-and-forth punt fest between Badin and Trotwood-Madison in this Division III regional final. Handoff to Hudson Davis again. Hudson Davis is going to see the bulk of these carries, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, so far it's been all Hudson Davis on this drive. Bringing up a 3rd and short, you got to wonder, are they going to hand the ball off to him again, get him involved, just keep feeding him?
Well, looking at a 3rd down and 4, we're going to see what's going to happen here. Handoff, Hudson Davis again, weaving and dodging and crunch. Badin defense stops. Maybe a timeout from Nick Yorty to stop the clock. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. Chris, Badin defense stepping up big here as this first half is coming down to a close.
What a great play by Badin's defense right there. Trotwood maybe going to the well a little bit too much there. Right. And they were ready for it. A great stop there on 3rd down for Badin.
4th down and about 2. I think some of the Badin faithful in the stands was looking for a timeout here, but Nick Yorty's going to hold on to those 2 as we reach 1:45 left. And that's a little bit of a shank kick for Badin. Everybody get away there. A Badin bounce, and that's going to be down at the 48-yard line of Badin. Decent field position with 1:36 left in this first half.
Yep, and that's been really the name of the game right now is field position. It was a low, short kick, and Badin will get the ball at the 49-yard line right now, so they're really in great shape to put a drive together here with just a little over a minute and a half left to go here in the half.
And the big thing too is 2 timeouts. Nick Yorty, I think the Badin faithful in the stands they were putting their hands up, signaling call a timeout, but Now these boys have 2 of them left with 1:35 left to play here. Here comes Schweitzer in a shotgun, pistol formation with Alex DeLong behind him and a little bit to the right. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1:35 left to play, as we said. 0-0 here. Hand off to DeLong. DeLong, a little bit of a read handoff here, trying to get a little bit of something going on there and gets him about 5 yards there, Chris.
He was jumping and swerving and spinning, trying to evade tacklers there. Pretty solid gain there.
And that resulted into 5 there. Reaching the minute mark here. Tick, tick, tick. 1:10 left to play here. Schweitzer in a shotgun. Nobody helping him out. Marshall Flegg in motion to the left side. Zach Schweitzer, quick pitch and catch to Marshall Flegg. Hits the yard marker for a first down and gets out of bounds. So you're looking at 1:02 left. And Badin is at their Trotwood-Madison 41.
And you still got those 2 timeouts in your back pocket. That's a great play design. Flag going in motion and then out to the flat and picks up the first down.
I think they ended up calling him a yard short. I think he hit the yard mark. I mean, he ran over it.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess they're going to contest that then.
Yeah, well, it looked like a first down anyway, and they're close enough. So
3rd down and 1 at the Trotwood 41. DeLong is stuffed. Chris, they can't get nothing going on 3rd down. I think it's both teams can't get much going on 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down seems to really be the bugaboo for both teams, really. They put together some nice plays, and then here comes 3rd down. But,
well, it's 4th down. I don't know if Badin's going to stand out there and figure out what they should do as the time's ticking down with 35 seconds left to play. Schweitzer's going to stay in the shotgun on 4th and 2 at the Trotwood 42. I'd imagine there may be a timeout called here as the time's winding down on the play clock. 9 seconds here on the play clock there. Game clock is looking at 20. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Nick Yorty calls a timeout. They're going to think about this 4th down and 2, Chris.
Yeah, and you know what? I know you're trying to score points, but trying to get a score up there on the board before the half. But really, it may not even be a bad idea to just go ahead and punt the ball here, pin them back deep.
Well, we're going to take a break here. 18 seconds left in the first half. 0-0. You're listening to Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Baden Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg, where it is 0-0. Badin and Trotwood in a juggernaut of a contest, sitting at 0-0. Schweitzer under center, trying to draw Trotwood offside, and Yorty's going to burn his second time out here.
Yeah, it looked like Badin was trying to draw him offsides with a hard count there. See if they can get him to jump and maybe give him a free first down there. Well, but it was to no avail.
Yeah, that timeout was basically to see if they could get him off, to draw Trotwood-Madison offside. I think they automatically knew that they were going to punt it away. So like you were saying, Chris, I think ideally that's a good call. So Rocky Anzalone's going to be back to punt here, standing at his own 45. Plethora of Trotwood-Madison return men back inside the 20-yard line. Anzalone, a little bit of a high end-over-end kick. It drops at the 22-yard line, picked up by Trotwood-Madison. Keontae Hughley and brings it all the way up to the 41-yard line.
That's a great awareness by Hughley to try and grab that and run up the field.
That was a quick 21-yard punt return there. I don't think Badin expected anybody to pick that up.
No, it looked like they had 3 guys back there to try and maybe keep the ball from going too far near the end zone, and it was a short kick. And great awareness by Hughley to pick it up and run it up there near midfield. So let's see what they do here with 7 seconds left. Maybe take a shot here, try and get something going here late.
Well, I know they ended up getting Keontae Hughley out behind the wide receiver spectrum here. He's taking the handoff. I guess he's got the big arm there. He's going to heave it down to the right side, and that's batted away by Joshua Hegeman. That was intended for Carl Blanton Jr. on the right side. That could have been costly. I think Carl Blanton Jr. had a little bit of separation on Hegeman, but Hegeman ended up gaining some ground, swatted away, and that's the first half.
Yeah, it was a beautiful throw there, and a near big play, but ends the half here, and we're at 0-0.
Well, we'll go ahead and dissect this first half. We actually could probably just say the exact same thing, from each possession, each series. But fantastic defensive performance from both ends. Offense, I wouldn't say the offense is struggling though, Chris, just because of the mere fact that they're pushing the ball to the 50 to 40-yard line. It's just defense tightening up and understanding what they need to do to make some plays.
Yeah, it's been a case of the defense is kind of bending a little bit, but not breaking when it comes to third downs. Like you said, we've seen both teams move the ball. In some cases in some chunk plays a little bit. Just that third down just can't seem to get past it, and it's been a game of field position so far.
While you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network, it is 0-0 at the half.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg. It's 0-0, Badin and Trotwood-Madison in a deadlock 0-0 tie. We got about 15 minutes until the second half kickoff. I'm joined with Southwest Ohio Sports Daily writer Eric Hickey. Eric, I know you've spoke with us quite often. A Badin graduate. You understand what Badin's all about. What did you see in this first half that stood out the most?
Defense and punting.
Right.
Defense and punting.
Well, I mean, if you're punting and you're Badin, you're always happy when Rocky Angelo gets the opportunity to kick that ball.
Every time Trotwood gets the ball, they're at their own 5-yard line. I think
Right.
Badin will take that all day.
All right, now we were kind of honing in on what Alex DeLong was going to do in this contest. A milestone was approaching. I heard from the grapevine that he did end up getting the single-season rushing record for Badin. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's got 47 yards at halftime, which surpasses Lavazza Martin's record of 14:41 set in 2017. He had a 10-yard run late in the half that got him the record.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chris and I were talking on the break. Field position's been the name of the game. Not a fan-friendly contest, but if you're a reporter, we're already at halftime. It's before 8 o'clock.
It's all defense. I think the Badin team will take 0-0 at half right now.
Oh, for sure. How much do you know about Trotwood-Madison? I mean, just knowing what they've been able to do in terms of being battle tested throughout the year. I think their 2 losses were from Springfield. They had 3 losses, but Springfield and Springboro, 2 D1 schools, and Springfield's in the Elite 8 in Division 1, aren't they?
Yeah, they had 2 D1 losses, and both those teams made the playoffs. And then Winton Woods. I mean, nobody's going to take Winton Woods for granted.
Right. Well, if there's anything that you feel as though Badin or Trotwood should be focusing in on the second half, what would it be?
For the Rams, just continue to stuff the line. Mm-hmm. Don't give up big plays. A big play here could hurt.
Right.
If they continue to play the field position game and establish some running game of their own, I think they'll be okay.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on there, Eric. You enjoy you're running the sidelines, so you're a little bit colder than us right now.
Yeah.
Press box.
I'm just thawing out right now.
All right,
thanks for having me, man.
All right, take care, Eric. All right, that was Eric Hickey, Southwest Ohio Sports Daily. We will be right back. About 13 minutes left to go until the second half kickoff. Badin will be returning the second half kickoff after they deferred the opening coin toss here. So you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg, Holland Field, where it is a deadlock tie here. Nothing. Badin and Trotwood-Madison. It's the battle of the Rams. Trotwood-Madison coming in as the number 7 seed. Badin, the number 4 seed in this Division 1 Region 12 contest. Chris, we were kind of talking off the break, and we also got a chance to catch up with Eric Hickey from Southwest Ohio Sports Daily. It's all defense. I mean, as you're looking at the stats, there's probably not much going. I mean, the only cool thing at the point is Alex DeLong broke a single-season rushing record at this point.
yeah, like you said, I mean, that's really the most exciting thing that's happened so far, and really hasn't been on any big plays at all. It's been those 3-4 yard runs by DeLong that have kept the ball moving in the positive direction.
I was checking out some of the stats, and I know DeLong he's got tallied up 47.
Yeah, he had 12 attempts. He had totaled 47 yards. He's averaging 3.9 yards a carry, so which isn't bad at all.
I know Schweitz has been able to see a little bit of an action rolling out. Most of his passes have been rollout passes. I wouldn't say that Trotwood, the down lineman for Trotwood, is actually getting inside Badin's backfield, but Schweitzer, I think, understands that he's going to have to roll out to find some of these passes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think his best bet is they got to keep him rolling out and keep those receivers moving with him, give him a target to go to as he rolls out. He hasn't done much, as you said, from the pocket, so I think it's let's go to your strengths.
Yeah, I was always trying to keep up with time of possession mentally, but looking at the stat sheet, 11 minutes. I think it's a little bit off there, but I mean you're looking at identical. I would say 11 and a half on that.
Yeah, they're dead even here. Time of possession for Trotwood-Madison, 11 minutes 15 seconds, and then for Badin, 11 minutes 9 seconds. Again, it goes back to, defense.
Yep. His first downs, Trotwood-Madison's got 7, Badin's got 6. Just rolling down the stats here. Quite frankly, both teams, I got to commend both teams, not trying to do anything fancy. You're at this point when you're going up against two good defenses like this. You're just hoping for that breakout play.
Right, and I think that's what's going to end up happening here. It's going to be maybe one, maybe two plays that really gets things going for one of these two teams here.
Well, let's go through Trotwood's numbers here. Hudson Davis, 40 yards, a quiet 40 yards. I wouldn't say quiet. I mean, he's getting 4.5, and if you're a coach there, 4.5 yards a carry is ideal there. Cooper Stewart got himself 18 yards on some scrambles. Keontae Hewley, 12 yards. So, I mean, the distribution in terms of the rushing more so is unique compared to what Badin's is from Trotwood-Madison's end. Badin has a one-track mind in terms of their rushing, and that's Alex DeLong.
Yeah. Like you said, it's more spread out among Trotwood. You've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that have had attempts at rushing the ball versus DeLong and Schweitzer for Badin. And that, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like you said, both teams kind of sticking to really what they know, and Alex DeLong's the guy to run the ball for Badin, and so you're not trying to get too fancy, not trying to go outside the comfort zone necessarily. You're sticking with what got you here.
Leading the way on the defensive end is Marshall Flagg for Badin. He's got 5 total tackles, and Oglesby has 3.5 total tackles for Trotwood-Madison. Well, we're looking at about 7 minutes to go until the second half kickoff. Badin did defer the coin toss, so they're going to go ahead and grab this second half kickoff. It's whoever's going to grab momentum first, Chris, and we'll see how that's going to happen here. But I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. This broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, proudly providing speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County. In our red zone, a sponsor is C3 Contracting. Pole barns and garages built by C3 Contracting. You can call 513-519-4656 for a complimentary quote on your next building project. That's 513-519-4656. C3 Contracting, proudly serving Butler County. We're going to take a quick break here. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Starting off 0-2, that nobody likes that. And yeah, in my mind, I was like, man, 8 more games. If we lose 8 more games, that's not a good year. It's not a good senior year for me. And turning around, it's just kind of unbelievable, where we're at now.
Yeah, it was a little weird, a different spot than what we were expecting, a little different area that we were, used to, at Badin football. But, hey, we had to keep grinding, and that was our message in the locker room that, hey, we're still a good football team. We can still get this thing heading in the right direction. And we're able to do that. Made a couple changes, which was really, really important to us.
I think it was good that we needed to, restart, recoup and see what we had and see what we had to do. And I think that's the difference is we know what we want to do now, and we're executing now.
If there's one thing, I'm going to put it on the kids. These kids have kind of adopted that mentality of a 1-week season, starting week 3. And, that was our emphasis. That was the first thing we talked about every Saturday morning, every Monday when we started our team meeting is, hey, 1 week is all we're focusing on is this week and what we had to do to win a football game, and a lot of credit to them and to what they were willing to do and work-wise and focus and execution-wise. And, they stepped up to the plate.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. We've got a conundrum over here at my have you heard that also?
Yeah, I've heard it quite a few times.
But no, it's 0-0 here. Badin and Trotwood-Madison locked up. Trotwood coming in as the number 7 seed, Badin as the number 4 seed. I mean, seeding in terms of this, when it comes to the regionals, you just throw it out the window. You know what I mean? You throw it out the window. It's who's playing at their finest at this point.
Yeah, both teams appear to be very evenly matched. Been a stalemate to this point, but as we mentioned before, I think it's gonna come down to 1 or 2 plays, maybe a big play offensively, maybe a big run or a big catch or a big turnover defensively. It's most likely going to come down to a play like that breaks it wide open for one of these two teams.
We were watching the Altar last week, and Badin had 2 huge defensive plays that kind of broke that game open. So, hey, like you said, we may be able to see something here in terms of the defense, giving a little action on the scoreboard.
Yeah. The defense is been the star for both teams here, and of course, you can't forget the job that they've done special teams wise here. Rocky, the Rock Anzalone, he's done a tremendous job pinning Trotwood deep. So we'll see what happens here. It could be a special teams play that breaks it wide open.
Both programs have ample amounts of talent in terms of their special teams play. Josh Hageman just providing boost after boost, kickoff return, interception return. The dude scored, I think, 8 different ways, and I don't even know if you can score 8 different ways in football. But this broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, providing speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County, and our Red Zone C3 contracting sponsor. We haven't seen a Red Zone play at all.
No, not too many here tonight.
But C3 Contracting, pole barns and garages built by C3 Contracting. Call 513-519-4656 for a complimentary quote on your next building project. That's 513-519-4656. C3 Contracting, proudly serving Butler County. Well, we're going to take another break here. We've got a little under 2 minutes left until kickoff. Badin will be receiving this second half kickoff right quick here. About a minute 30 off, so we'll be right back on the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg. It is 0-0 here. Badin and Trotwood-Madison in a deadlock tie here. A little bit of an update here from Score Stream. Jonathan Alder, the Pioneers, and Bishop Hartley Hawks, they are all knotted up at 7-7 in the third quarter. The winner of this contest will go up against the winner of those two and the Division III Ohio State Athletic Association Final Four at a site to be determined. The championship contests are played at Canton. That'd be a cool little situation there to go up and cover team and hit up Canton and check out the experience up there. That'd be really neat.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Here comes the opening kickoff for this third quarter here, and looks like Joshua Hegeman, nice little return, looking for the play, breaks the tackle, but he stepped out of bounds at the 50-yard line. He was looking to high-step it for about an 80-yard touchdown scamper. That might have been the play that we were looking for there.
Yeah, exactly. No, a nice return by Hegeman. Fielded the kickoff and right down that right sideline. Tiptoed the sideline. He tried to get away with one there, but it looks like he stepped out there.
Yeah, it was just before the 50-yard mark, and that's going to be Badin taking his third quarter first possession at their own 47-yard line. Here comes Badin in the shotgun here. Schweitzer about 3 yards, standing behind center here. Quick pass over to the right side. That was batted down at the line, and that was number 6, Keyshawn Hughley. He's disappointed on there.
Yeah, nearly turned the ball over there. Great play by the defender.
I was going to say, I just don't know if Schweitzer got that ball up high enough.
No, not at all. More of a line drive almost.
That's going to bring second down and 10 on the 47-yard line of Badin. Badin starting off this third quarter drive. In motion is Hegeman. Handoff to Alex DeLong. DeLong crunches up the middle, gets hit by a 3-4 defensive lineman, pounds it for about 2 to the 49-yard line, close to midfield.
Again, another nice short run there by DeLong.
We'll give him 3 on that. We'll be generous and give him 3 there, but it's going to set up a third down and long here, third down and 7. And third down and 7 is a long play here when you've got these two teams playing.
It really is, and like you said, with the way the two defenses are playing, curious to see here just exactly what the Rams do here on offense to try and move the ball.
3 wide receivers set here, and it looks like Yordy's a little disappointed here with a formation timeout. I don't think Badin was lined up the way he wanted. I was going to say that they're going to burn a timeout here early, and that's not a good sign.
Yeah, maybe a miscue there, a misalignment there on offense. Not really the way you want to start things here in the second half. You're already at 3rd and 7, and somebody maybe gets lined up incorrectly. You got to burn a timeout. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them later on in the game.
We're going to take a quick break here. Listen to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, Badin out of the timeout here. Third down and 7 exactly at the 50-yard line here. Schweitzer in the shotgun. Nick Yordy doing his bouncing around there. He's got his playbook dangling from his belt. I usually say that a couple times. Schweitzer back to pass. Nothing going on there. He's a little pursuit. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Schweitzer didn't see anything out there for him to pass to.
Yeah, there was just nothing there. He dropped back. Nobody open at all for him there. He tried to run up and get a few yards, but great job by the Trotwood defense to hold him to 4th down here.
Back to return this punt is Sammy Anderson, and the man of the hour, the man of the hour and 20 minutes is Rocky Angelone. Drops a end-over-end kick, bounces at the 20-yard line on the sideline, and I don't care who you are, that's a pin inside the 20, and that's what you want at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the inside the 10 or the 5 that we've seen in the past, but like you say, if you're anywhere inside the 20, that's a great job right there. You figure Trotwood still has more than 80 yards to go here, so we'll see how Badin fares here.
Same old in terms of field position here, so nothing's changed after that first possession from Badin. Trotwood's going to take over at their own 20-yard line. 10:29 left to go in the third quarter. Here comes Cooper Stewart under center. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Drops back to pass. Quick pass. It was tipped in the air and intended for number 4, Carl Blanton Jr. And there was an opportunity for number 3, Keegan Gormley, to pick that off, but just in and out of his hands.
Yep, it was. It looked like it was near, kind of tipped there a little bit. Gormley came in there almost with a huge play right there on defense. Just couldn't hang on to it.
If he would have caught that, that would have been a pick 6. I think he would have taken that to the house.
Absolutely. It was nothing but green in front of him.
For those of you tuning in, I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. We've got 3 wide receivers set for Trotwood-Madison. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Cooper Stewart under center, and that's a handoff to Hudson Davis. Hudson Davis weaving and dodging there. We'll give him 1 on that, Chris. Smothered inside the pile of Ram defense there.
Yeah, that Trotwood offensive line got hardly any push there, and Hudson Davis just ran right up into the pile.
Brings up a 3rd down and 8, and we're reaching the 10-minute mark. Ball is placed at Trotwood's own 22-yard line. Trotwood moving from right to left on your internet device. Chris, you can listen to this on anything. You can listen on the TV, whatever internet device you're listening to.
iPod, cell phone, computer, smart TV, whatever you got.
We just want to thank you for tuning in to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. Cooper Stewart, a high snap, has a little bit of next to nothing there, but tosses it up, but he actually hits number 4, and that's Carl Blanton Jr. down the 20-10-5 touchdown! Touchdown, Trotwood-Madison.
Beautiful throw, and a beautiful catch there by Carl Blanton Jr. Wasn't terrible coverage by Badin, but Blanton was able to make a beautiful catch and run after that. And there's that big play we were talking about earlier. That's all it takes. And they're setting up here for the extra point.
Well, when I said that Cooper Stewart had next to nothing there, I'm telling you, there really was nothing. I think he saw that Carl Blanton was on a streak pattern. He just tossed it up, just trying to hit a man at the highest point, and he had enough separation from Bobby Young to get in there. And the kick, a low liner, is good, and that's going to put Trotwood-Madison up 7-0. Didn't take too long for Trotwood to put something on the board here in the second half there. And biggest thing right now is we're going to see how Badin responds to this.
Absolutely. Do you panic? Do you say, "Oh my gosh, they've scored, they're up"? Do you start to panic a little bit and come up with something there, or do you stick to your game plan?
Well, we've seen Badin play. Badin really doesn't let anything fluster them. They've played consistent all year long. They went 0-2 to start out the season, and if you're at this point in the season, they've been doing something right.
Absolutely.
So hopefully they'll be able to recoup on this next drive. 9:29 left to go in this third quarter. 7-0 Trotwood-Madison, just on a long pitch and catch here. I think we've had was that an 80-yard pitch and catch from? No, that was I think a 70-yard pitch and catch from Cooper Stewart to Carl Blanton just moments ago to put Trotwood up on top of Badin 7-0. Line drive kick returned by Josh Hageman, the playmaker, to the left side, weaving and dodging, got himself some room to the 45-50, across the 50-yard line, and that's what Badin needed. He dropped down at the Trotwood 47-yard line.
Yeah, another great return by Hageman. It was a low kick there. He recovered it there about the 20 and just ran up the sideline there, and it looks like, as we take a look here, is there some laundry on the field over there?
Uh-oh. Good sign if you're Badin. Let's see what's going to happen here. Well, here's the thing. I mean, you always say that you want to make sure that you get your players out in space. You get your primetime players out in space. Maybe even some quick passes if you're Zach Schweitzer. Get it to Marshall Flood. Get it to Josh Hageman in space here.
Yeah, exactly. You get the ball to your playmakers. You let them make plays.
Well, I think we're a little bit of a stalemate here in terms of what's going to happen for Badin's. Oh, it's a sideline infraction. That's what we heard on the announcement from our head referee, and that's going to tack on some extra yards here from return. This is the best field positions Badin has had all game long.
Absolutely. It was already a great return there, and then you tack on the penalty. definitely not what you want if you're Trotwood. You know, now your defense is going to really have to stiffen up here a little bit and prevent any kind of a response by Badin.
Well, Badin's got to go 31 yards here to try and attempt to tie this bad boy up. That's where we're going to start here. Trotwood's 31-yard line after a decent Hegeman return and in a sideline infraction. Badin with a plethora of folks in motion here. Handoff. Alex DeLong weaving and dodging. First down inside the 20. That's going to bring us to the red zone. Sponsor C3 Contracting. Pole barns and garages built by C3 Contracting. Call 513-519-4656 for a complimentary quote on your next building project. That's 513-519-4656. C3 Contracting, proudly serving Butler County. Chris, we're going to look at this first down opportunity for Badin inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Shotgun formation is Badin. And looks like we've got a little bit of trickery here. Boom! Wow. That was a end-around reverse. Hegeman takes it himself. Looks like he was going to run. Zach Schweitzer rolls out to the left side. Hegeman hits him with a left-handed end-over-end toss. Schweitzer all alone. Touchdown, Badin.
I'll tell you what, that is a great play. Great time to call it, too, with the field position that you're in. Definitely not something that you'd expect from Badin at this point in the game based on the way that they played in the first half. I think that was a great play call by Badin. You tie things up, and we're back to square one.
You nailed it there. Great play call. I agree with you. And then the kick is up, and it's good. We're tied up at 8:44 left to play in the third quarter. You know, we're talking about asking for offense, and then we get offense. So there it is. We're going to take a break here. 8:44 left to play in the third quarter. It's Badin 7, Trotwood-Madison 7. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Badin High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
And just like that, a little bit of trickery from Badin. Decent field position to start out, and it took a Josh Hegeman left-handed toss to quarterback Zach Schweitzer for a 17-yard touchdown connection. Like we were talking about, something we didn't expect there, and like you said, good play call from Badin. I completely agree with that. Swinefuss, a little bit of a pooch short kick, bounces at the 26-yard line, and that's returned by Carl Blanton Jr. to the right side, finds a little bit of running room there. It gets past the 20 down to the 34-yard line, and that is where Trotwood's going to start this possession.
Yeah, short kick by Badin, a little bit of a high short kick. A great field by Blanton, but there really wasn't a whole lot of room there.
8:38 left to go in this third quarter. Bam, bam. We're looking at 7-7 after a juggernaut of a first half with nothing going, a defensive stalemate. And now we're looking at 7-7. Trotwood-Madison starting this drive at their own 34-yard line, moving from right to left on your internet device. Cooper Stewart in the shotgun, 3 to the left, nobody on the right, but Hudson Davis splits over to the right. And Cooper Stewart over to the right side and hits number 3. That's Sammy Anderson. Sammy Anderson, they're going to give him, pardon me, that wasn't Sammy Anderson, that was Keontae Hughley. We're going to give him a 8-yard gain on the stop of momentum there. So it's going to be second down, and we're roughly 1 or 2 on this second down play.
Yeah, Cooper Stewart dropped back and threw a nice little pass right there on the sideline.
Stewart drops back again, the same exact play. Tries to hit over there as a Keontae Hughley again. And incomplete off the fingertips. A little bit off the mark for Hughley's stretched arms.
Would have been a very, very tough catch to make as he was kind of diving toward the sideline there to try and make a catch.
Big play for not only Badin but also Trotwood-Madison on this 3rd down and 1. If you're Trotwood, you're going to have to go back to that field position game if you're not going to get this one. I'd imagine that they would probably want to punt this one, but we'll see here. Not until this 3rd down and 2 opportunity is settled here. Ball is marked at the 43-yard line of Trotwood. Cooper Stewart takes it himself, and it's the first time we've seen an actual keeper from Cooper Stewart. First down across the 50, and he's going to be dropped at the 49 of Badin. Moving the chains. Good call from Cooper Stewart. Good read.
Yep. A nice little keeper there up the right side. Gave him his blockers gave him just enough room to get up well past the first down.
Under 8 minutes to play here in this third quarter, and looks like we're going to take a timeout here. I believe that was Trotwood. There's a man down over on the opposite sideline here. Oh, quarterback. Yeah, that was Cooper Stewart on that run. Right, if you're Trotwood, your guy signaling your plays, you never want to see. You don't want to see anybody down. Maybe
right.
want to make that known. But the mastermind of the offense is down over there for Trotwood, so we hope that he is okay. We're going to take a break ourselves at 7-7. Badin Trotwood in a tie. 7:58 left to go in this third quarter.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Badin High's Zach Schweitzer, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, Cooper Stewart gets up. Is definitely on the sidelines here. Coming in is Keontae Hughley to take a spot there. Dropping back to pass. Pump fake. Looking deep. Tosses across the middle there. And it's picked off by number 1, Bobby Young. And he takes it to the 40-yard line, and that's where Badin's going to start. Keontae Hughley trying to make a little bit of something happen there. And Bobby Young, the safety, closing in on a wide receiver, snatches that ball. And now it's Badin 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, it was a high arching throw. Very easily picked off there. Great play by the defense to make the play and take advantage of that opportunity.
Well, and this is where Trotwood may be seeing a little bit of something that they may not have seen in a while, and that's Cooper Stewart not being able to call those plays there. Here comes Zach Schweitzer in the shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And now those 3 to the left are going to come over to the right side there. Hand off to Alex DeLong up the middle. Plunges for about 5. That brings the ball to the 46-yard line of Badin. Every time, 5 yards every time. You're happy with that?
Yep, absolutely. Like I said before, great to move the ball forward. Nice positive gain there. Just keep feeding your playmaker.
Alex DeLong is a playmaker. That's a fact. He is now Badin's single-season rushing record, so congratulations to him. Reaching the 7-minute mark of this third quarter, it's 7-7. If you're just tuning in, I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. This radio broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, providing speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County. Hand off to Alex DeLong at the middle, and nothing going on there. Trying to get a little bit of a push himself, turning the legs, and he gets a generous mark there for a 3-yard gain, Chris.
Yeah, he got the ball, and no sooner was he met by that Trotwood defensive line. He kind of tried to spin and kind of make something out of nothing there, but just wasn't able to hardly get anywhere there.
Brings up 3rd down and 3. Badin at their own 48-yard line. Let's see what they've got in store. Yordi barking out some signals here. It's always like he's giving the batter at the plate the bunt signal or something.
Yep.
And Alex DeLong slithers his way through. 1st down and 10. Across the 50-yard line, and Badin in business here.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to run right up into a pile, and then he scored it right out. And nice play there for a 1st down.
Reaching the 6-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. Badin is at the Trotwood 46. They're going to go back to their traditional spread formation. Shotgun is Zach Schweitzer. In motion is Hegeman to the right. Hand off to Alex DeLong up the middle, and he weaves and dives. Almost an identical play there. 5-yard gain, hits the ground, boom, you're good to go.
Yeah. Again, not really a huge hole, but it's just enough for him to get through there and get a nice little gain.
Want to commend the offensive lineman. We've got Nathan Schuster. We've got Hunter Harrison. Everybody up there just providing some mammoth holes for those. I wouldn't say those running backs are Badin. Alex DeLong to run. And then right when we say something there, offensive lineman does make a move there. Pardon me, that was Hegeman on a false start, bringing that play back basically to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yep, a little anxious there, wanting to get a head start. You move yourself back.
Puts the ball back at the Trotwood 45-yard line, where it brings up 2nd down and 9, reaching the 5:15 mark of this 3rd quarter. And Zach Schweitzer is in shotgun. 4 wide out set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and Hegeman's going to take himself motion to the right. Zach Schweitzer, a little bit of a home run ball to Marshall Flagg, and it's in and out of his hands. And I think that was it was a great pursuit from Carl Blanton Jr. down at the 5-yard line. It was almost a home run. I call that a home run ball to Marshall Flagg.
It was a very high, deep throw. It was a catchable ball. But again, Marshall Flagg not really able to hang on to it. Also, kind of a great play there by the defender to knock the ball away.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 at the Trotwood 45-yard line. Here comes Nick Yordi barking out some signals. Let's see what Badin does on this 3rd down and 9 play at the Trotwood 45. 2 spread out to the left, 2 to the right. Zach Schweitzer pursuit, but he scrambles to the right side trying to find a receiver. He has Marshall Flagg in space inside the hash marks, and it's over his head. That would have been a 1st down. He had him open, but I think he just put a little too much mustard on it.
Yeah, the receiver was open. Schweitzer was rolling out trying to extend the play. He had a guy open, as you said. He just wasn't able to put a good throw on it. Went over the receiver's head.
Well, unfortunate for Badin, Bobby Young's interception is all for Vogt here, and Rocky Anselon is going to step in to punt this ball away to Trotwood-Madison, who's got a couple return men inside the 20-yard line. Here's Rocky with the boot to the left side, and that may be a penalty. Rocky was looking for a penalty, and it's picked up by number 3, Sammy Anderson, to the right side, and he's going to get himself back. He's going to get himself to the 10-yard line, and Rocky Anselon got hit on that. I don't know if they're going to get it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that, Chris.
Yeah, he got up looking for a penalty.
At least a running
there.
and a kicker or something.
Yeah, and then you have the return on the other end there. It went nearly to the end zone, and the returner tried to make something happen there, but just wasn't able to get away from the Badin coverage team there, and here they are.
Now Trotwood's going to take this at their own 10-yard line. Full 42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 7-7, Chris. All knotted up here. It's been nip and tuck. Slim pickings in terms of offensive juice.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of big plays here and there, and then it's kind of gone back to the way things have gone in the first half.
Keontae Hughley takes it himself with quarterback keeper up the middle, and he gets himself 6 yards. I'm interested to see how Trotwood-Madison's offense is going to change here with Hughley in the backfield and Cooper Stewart on the sidelines. He's still not in.
Yeah, Hughley is definitely a guy that can run the ball well. He's athletic enough. Like you say, how do they change things up to fit his skill set here?
Second down and 4 at the 16-yard line of Trotwood-Madison. They're going to try and make themselves a little bit of an offensive pursuit here. Deep in their own end zone. Hewley in the shotgun. Tosses it over to number 3, and that was Sammy Anderson. And I think number 1, Bobby Young's going to get flagged for a late hit, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it was a high pass. I don't know if it was really all that catchable, and the defender came in as the receiver was jumping up to try and catch it.
The flag was on Bobby Young for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Hit a receiver. I don't know what the refs are going to, in terms of their mindset on that. I believe they're probably calling that defenseless receiver on that play.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be my mindset on that play. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Trotwood-Madison. We're going to see where they're going to place this ball at. It was at the 16-yard line. And we're going to move that to the 31, 15-yard penalty. It's a fresh set of downs for Trotwood-Madison. Reaching under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. And we've got another flag on the play here. Let's see. Probably a sideline warning for Badin. I think Badin's getting a little bit of antsy here. I think it might. They're trying to state their claim in terms of what that call was.
Yeah, a couple of really costly penalties here. You talk about, Trotwood starting back near their own end zone. Then you have the, the defenseless receiver penalty. Now the sideline warning. Not a great sequence of events for Badin right now.
I want to thank Matt Vogt, our photographer, and my brother. He's down there taking some snapshots. And Hewley's going for a home run. Ball, number 4, wide open, down the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Hewley to Carl Blanton Jr. Is that the second time they've connected?
I think so, yeah. They again, a beautiful high arching throw down the left sideline, and really all that Blanton had to do was run under it, and there was nobody really around him here, and he ran right into the end zone.
Well, it's pretty special that you've got two quarterbacks that can actually throw a ball like that. Not many teams can say that they've got two people that can go in there and throw a ball like that. Hewley with a perfectly led pass to Carl Blanton for that 69-yard connection. Extra point here. Up. Looks like it's end over end there, and it's good. That brings the score to 14-7. Trotwood all over Badin. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
We've got 30 on Facebook at 42.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg, where it is 14-7. Badin up on, Trotwood-Madison up on top of Badin on a Hewley to Carl Blanton touchdown connection. Here comes Josh Hageman, and he brings the ball up to the 36-yard line. Anytime you're not starting the ball at the 20-yard line, I'd say you're okay there.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a return like he had the last couple times, but it, like you say, still in pretty decent starting field position here. Curious to see how Badin responds after another big scoring play from Trotwood.
3:35 left to go in the third quarter. 14-7 if you're just tuning in. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. Handoff up the middle to Alex DeLong. Plunge up the middle. With that offensive line for Badin, you're almost easily going to get 3 to 4 yards, and you got 4 right there.
Absolutely. Again, just doing just enough to get some positive yards here. And really, I mean, I know we had that big play, and it probably feels a lot worse than it is, but it's still really only 14-7. So
Right.
no real need to panic right now. Just keep feeding your running back, letting him get positive yards.
Reaching the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. 3 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Alex DeLong next to Zach Schweitzer. Here comes the handoff to Alex DeLong, weaving and dodging. Gets himself a little bit of a running room to the left side, but immediately met by number 6, Keshawn Hughley.
Yeah, that was a good play defensively. DeLong was looking for something up the left side and just got maybe a couple of yards there, but you know, the defense was there and ready and waiting.
3rd down and 2. Big play for Badin here. They're sitting at their own 45-yard line. 2:26 left to play, and we've got a timeout on the field. Trotwood-Madison man down, and I think that's going to give us a break as the Trotwood-Madison training staff attends in. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Badin Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, toss to the right side to Alex DeLong. He gets himself a nice little galloping. It looks like it's the galloping ghost. we called him that last week, and he ran for over 200 yards. Gets himself a first down, but laundry on the field, and that's going to be on Trotwood-Madison. So first down for Badin, brings it across the 50-yard line. They're going to tack on more yards because of a Trotwood-Madison. Was it the face mask, Chris?
Yeah, that's the signal down on there in the field, face mask. Nice little play there, and you get the penalty to tack on some additional yards and automatic first down.
Ball's going to be marked at the Trotwood-Madison 43-yard line, reaching the 2-minute mark of this third quarter. 14-7, Trotwood over Badin if you're just tuning in this Division III regional final contest here at Miamisburg Holland Field. Handoff, Alex DeLong, and nothing going on there. Met by number 35, and as Tyreek Gooch.
Yep, met immediately in the backfield. I mean, he couldn't have got there any sooner. As soon as he received the ball, the defender was right there.
I guess if you're Alex DeLong, you're just lucky to hold on to that ball after the handoff.
Exactly.
Sets up a 2nd down and 10 at the Trotwood-Madison 43. Badin just looking to kind of, after that Trotwood-Madison long play, like you were talking about, Chris, you don't want to do anything fancy. Stay in control. Don't get too excited. Hey, it's a one-possession game here.
Exactly.
Shotgun formation. Zach Schweitzer, quick pass to the left side. Gets Josh Hegeman in space there, but only able to round up about 4 yards on that. Chris brings the ball to the Trotwood 40-yard line. 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, it looked like a screen design there where Schweitzer was letting the defenders come in. Nice little toss to the left side to Hegeman. Got a little bit of a gain there. Nice little 3-yard gain.
I kind of pinpoint that play to being, hey, let's try and get the ball to Hegeman. I don't care how it's done. Let's get it to him right then and right quick. 2 wide receivers split to the left, 2 to the right. Schweitzer in the shotgun with DeLong next to him. In motion is Hegeman. Here's Schweitzer looking to the right side. Tries to hit Marshall Flagg. Nothing going on there. And ball was perfectly defended by Trotwood-Madison, incomplete.
Yeah, and really that ball had a little bit too much mustard on it for my liking. I was really a line drive and a little bit difficult for that to catch.
Now you're in one of those gray area spots if you're Badin. I know you got Rocky Anzalone. You've got 34 seconds left in the third quarter at the 40-yard line of Trotwood. 4th down and 7. Is 7 yards too long here to go for it?
I think you got to try and pin him deep, let your defense go to work. I know you've given up the big plays as we've talked about before, but let your defense try and get a stop here.
Anzalone with an end-over-end punt kick, and it's returned by Trotwood. A risky return there, but he's going to take the ball to the 18-yard line, and that's where Trotwood's going to start this drive here. 24 seconds left to go in this third quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com.
Hey, this is Badin Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, Trotwood-Madison after this Badin punt takes his first down opportunity at their own 14-yard line. Hewley in a shotgun, and he's going to take it himself. Got some running room to the left side. Probably some holding. Saw some two flags on the play. I don't know if it's going to end up being offsetting now, but I saw holding there, and I don't know if there was extracurricular activity from a Badin player there, but that was a first down run, 12-yard gain, and we're going to figure out what's going to happen here.
Yeah, run up the left sideline there. Looked like there might be a holding, but then you got the late flag that comes in there after the play was over. Curious to see what they call here.
They're discussing it. I know there's holding on Trotwood, and not for sure 2 fouls on the play. Holding offense, personal foul on the defense. They're going to be offset. It's going to be a replay first down. All that for naught. Well, it wipes out a first down play if you're Badin. So
right.
First down and 10. It's going to bring the ball back to the 14-yard line. 18 seconds left to go in this third quarter. If you're just tuning in, it's 14-7. It's nothing but defense in the first half, all offense in the second half.
Yeah, it's like a tale of two halves here. You've got no offense on one side and then all offense here in the second half.
Hewley in the shotgun. There's 5 receivers. He's got no help. He's going to take it himself. And brings the ball across the 20-yard line to the 21. And that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. Trotwood 14, Badin 7. Stay right with us as we hit this final period. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandi Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics. We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you
Hey, this is Badin Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
All right, Hewley takes a snap on this first play of the fourth quarter, and shakes and bakes, shakes off a couple Badin tacklers and gets himself a 10-yard gain, Chris. Badin just couldn't take him down.
Yeah, Hughley with the keeper up the left sideline. Nice little gain there. Might have even been a little bit more than 10 yards there. And they've got a first down.
It's going to bring the ball across the 30-yard line. And I think there's a little bit of a discussion there on what's going on, but the chains are regardlessly moved. Puts the ball at the 27-yard line for this next first down play for Trotwood. Those of you tuning in, 14-7, Trotwood took the lead on a couple touchdown connections. One was from Cooper Stewart, I think, before he went down. It was to Carl Blanton, and the other one was from Hughley. 69-yard touchdown connection earlier this quarter to put us where we're at here. Handoff to Hudson Davis to the left side. Slammed out of bounds by Keegan Gormley. A little bit of a frustration tackle there as he slams him out of bounds. But he was still in bounds when he slammed him out, so that doesn't suffice a penalty or whatnot.
Yeah, Hudson Davis with a run up the sideline there on the left side. Plenty of room out in front of him. Gets the first down, and like you say, a little frustration there from the Badin defense.
Going to bring up first down and 10 at Trotwood's own 37-yard line. For those of you tuning in, 11:26 left to play in this final period here at Miamisburg's Highland Field. It's 14-7. Trotwood-Madison up on top of Badin in this Division III regional final. The winner takes on Jonathan Alder, Bishop Hartley winner, and that's a run to the left side again. I tell you what, they're just spreading out the Badin defense there with their formations here. Another first down brings the ball to the 49-yard line of their own for Trotwood-Madison.
Yeah, they're just stringing them out right now. A fake handoff right there by Keontae Hughley, and he just takes it on the left side here for a first down.
Well, you looked at what Cooper Stewart was able to do in the first half was more along the lines of a spread offense. I think Hughley is definitely operable in the read option offense, and that's what he's going to do right here.
Yeah, Hughley definitely adds that extra dimension, and it's, I know we talked about Cooper Stewart being able to run maybe a little bit, but they've definitely got to keep an eye on Hughley running the ball.
Shotgun, looks like a false start here. Play stop before it's even started. Fall dead ball. Delay of game on Trotwood. That's the first delay of game we've seen all day, and that's going to bring the ball back 5 yards there, and Trotwood's going to start this first down and 15 play at their own 44-yard line. See if I can catch up on this Hartley.
Yeah, costly penalty right there. I know that they're still in decent field position, but definitely you want to be moving forwards, not backwards.
Here comes Hughley in a shotgun. Nobody next to him here. 5 wide receivers out. Dropping back to pass. Tosses it over to number 18. That intended for Rabé Garrett. I think that's how you say it there.
Yeah, I believe so.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, he strong pass. So the right side just couldn't, just not enough on it. And the receiver kind of had to slide trying to catch it there, and that'll bring us up to a 2nd and 15.
Jonathan Alder up on top of Bishop Hartley, 14-13 in the fourth quarter. The winner of this contest plays the winner of that contest in the state Final Four in Division III. Hughley in the shotgun by himself. The man in motion. Takes himself a little bit of a quarterback keeper. Gets some running room and a big, huge play. He's down to the 30-yard line, down inside the 30. Huge play. We're going to call that a 30 to 35-yard quarterback keeper. And then, like you were talking about, there's that extra dimension that he's bringing to the game right now for Trotwood-Madison.
Yeah, and I believe that was a design run to the quarterback. He caught the ball, and the hole just opened up wide, and he took advantage of it. Nice 35-yard run, got down, and Badin defense stopped him before he could really do some damage.
Yeah, I didn't see no pass attempt at all there on that play. First down and 10 at the Badin 27-yard line. Reaching the 10-20 mark of this fourth quarter. Hudson Davis to the left of Hughley here. And he's going to actually get the ball handoff from Hughley and give himself about 5-yard scamper inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Hey, it's the exact same thing what Alex DeLong does. It seems like Hudson Davis does the exact same thing.
Yep, exactly. A nice little handoff there. Get yourself a few yards. Keep moving the ball forward.
Under 10 to play here. If you're just tuning in, I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. This broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, proudly serving speedy, convenient service all throughout Butler County. I want to thank all of our sponsors for tonight. You're making this broadcast happen. Hughley in a shotgun, handoff up the middle. That's not Hudson Davis. That is Keshawn Hughley. And actually, those are I got confirmation that they are actually twins. So there's two set of twins on Trotwood's roster here. It's a good connection to have.
Yeah, it is definitely a good connection to have there. You're familiar with one another. And
brings up a 3rd down and 2 play here inside the 20. That brings us to our red zone sponsors, C3 Contracting. Pole barns and garages built by a C3 Contracting. You can call 513-519-4656 for a consultation for free today. Under 9 to play. Hughley wanted that snap to come a little bit quicker than what he wanted, and I think we're going to get a false start on Trotwood, and that's going to push them back. 3rd and 7. That's a big play. I mean, you're looking at a third and 2. Now it's 3rd and 7. At the high school level, a field goal is it's not a given.
I was just going to say a very costly play there. You're at 3rd and short. You're in the red zone. These kinds of penalties can come back to bite you. Like you said, a field goal is not a given here if they can't convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 at the Badin 24-yard line. 8:30 left to play in this contest. This Division III Region 12 contest, and we've got another flag on the play. I think Badin's going to give it back to him. Yeah, Badin gave it back to him with the offside encroachment. Somebody was in the in that dead zone ball spot there. Puts it back down to the 19, Chris.
Yeah, Badin's got to make sure that they are aware on that play. I mean, you got Trotwood in a 3rd and long situation, a potential to stop them, but now you're at a 3rd makeable for Trotwood, and if they convert here, you're looking at a possible potential for a score.
Hughley gets the shotgun. It's a fake handoff, reads it himself, takes it, and beautiful open field tackle. That looks like one of the Swinefus brothers there, and stops him 2 yards short of the 1st down. Big stop by Badin there. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Yeah, it looked like Badin was definitely ready for that one. They're aware now that Hughley is going to take the ball and run with it. They were right there waiting for him when he came around the left side.
Now this is one of those calls here that Trotwood-Madison, hey, do you have enough defensive firepower to go for this? If you don't get it, I mean, do you chalk it up as a punt? But we're going to see here, Hughley under center here, 4th down and 1. Tick, tick, tick. He's going to take the snap, toss on over to Hudson Davis, pursued by Badin. He goes nowhere.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got even back to the line of scrimmage.
No, it was a toss around the left side. Tried to get to the outside and turn the corner. He just couldn't get there, and the Badin defenders are right there waiting for him.
That's a turnover on downs there. Big defensive stance by Badin, and that's going to give Badin the ball at the 20-yard line. Hey, you know what? If you're Trotwood-Madison, they didn't want to go for that field goal. There's got to be a justification behind that. But like we were talking about before, you don't get the 1st down. Badin's got to go 80 yards on this drive.
Great opportunity here for Badin to respond. Like I said, it's still just a 1-score game. So if you can put a drive together, put some points on the board, you're putting yourselves in good shape here.
Shotgun is Zach Schweitzer. Drops back, and he's got to go down to a knee because he was getting pursued in the backfield immediately. 7-yard loss, and not the way to start this 1st down drive.
No, not the way you want to start. I mean, he no sooner caught the ball, and the defenders were right there. Trotwood getting a little bit of penetration there, and a pretty sizable loss there for Badin.
Going 80 yards is a tough task here when you've got these two teams playing. But obviously we could see that all 3 scores were from 30 yards or longer than that. 6:45 left to play here in this contest, 14-7. Trotwood over Badin. Spread formation. Zach Schweitzer back to pass, tosses it over the middle, and Marshall Flagg, and it's picked off! They've got it batted around, and it looks like it ends up in the hands of number 9, Dalen Morgan.
I was going to say it looked like it was batted down, but didn't get a chance to hit the ground. And a big turnover here for Badin here.
Wow. Well, I'm looking at this play. Zach Schweitzer tried to make something happen across the middle. Trotwood-Madison stood their ground in a little bit of a read zone defense there, and as a result, interception. Trotwood in good position, back to where they were actually 2 plays ago.
Yeah, if you're Badin, you've really got to have that bend but don't break mentality. You got to try and hold them to a field goal attempt, or maybe another 4th down attempt to try and prevent any points here.
Hughley hands off to number 6 to the right side. That's Keyshawn Hughley. That's his brother, his twin brother, and actually it's Keyshawn having a hard time getting up there, but he doesn't get much there, Chris. No gain on that one.
No gain. Short little run to the right side, and just
Badin snipped it.
Yeah, they were ready for it.
Are we looking at a penalty here?
I was going to say, I saw some yellow out there.
Man, the hanky's been on the floor a couple times. It's starting to get dirty.
I couldn't see it. We didn't see it too often there in the first half, and it seems like we've had quite a few here in the second.
That's a huge play. I mean, again, big plays pushing Trotwood back outside of their own red zone there. So it's going to be a 1st down and 20 at the Badin 27-yard line, reaching the 6-minute mark of this contest, Chris. And we've got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Hughley in the backfield on the shotgun. Handoff to Hudson Davis. Had a little bit of running room, got everybody excited, and that's going to be about an 8-yard gain. Takes the ball down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it was a potential for a possible big run there by Hudson Davis. Handoff right up the middle. He kind of squeaked through there, and the hole closed up quickly for just a few yards.
This broadcast is brought to you by Minix Drive-Thru, proudly serving speedy service all throughout Butler County. 2nd down and 13. 5:30 left to play here if you're just tuning in. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. Hughley, handoff to Hudson Davis. Inside, gets to the 15-yard line. He's running hard, but yeah, he's actually hit hard by that Badin defense. Both these teams want this one, Chris.
Yeah, handoff, short gain up the middle, maybe 2 yards. Badin's defense doing a really nice job here right now to try and hold them to as little as possible.
It's going to be a 2nd down, 3rd down and 8 play at the Badin 16, reaching under 5 minutes. And if you're looking at it this way, time might be of the essence if you're Badin, because offensive plays have been slim pickings for both programs. 3 wide receivers spread to the right, 1 to the left. Hughley hands it off to Hudson Davis, bounces off to the left side, and he's corralled by some green there and gets himself, we'll call that maybe 1 yard if we're lucky.
Yeah, it was a handoff. He was trying to head to the right side. Looked like he was going to be swallowed up, then spun around, turned out to the left side, and was tackled before any type of a gain.
Bringing up 4th down and 7. Trotwood, I would imagine, may want to think about this one. I'm trying to look at some of these stats here of the kicking. They don't do a lot of field goals, Chris.
No. No, we're in the same situation we were before when they went for it on 4th down, kind of in that territory where maybe they don't feel so confident in their ability to make the field goal. And I don't blame them. They've been able to make a few big plays here. I know they didn't get it on the last 4th down, but they've thrown the ball pretty well here. We had that big play, so we'll see what happens.
3:57 left to go in this 4th quarter. Timeout, Trotwood-Madison. It's 14-7. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics. We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Badin High's Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Welcome back to Miamisburg's Holland Field. It's a beautiful, beautiful establishment. We want to thank Miamisburg for letting us come along and enjoy this Division III regional final contest. Hughley back to pass. Tossed over to the left side, trying to get himself a little bit of a play, and I'm almost calling that, Chris, as maybe like just let's see what happens on this pass play, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. Badin has to take over deep in their own territory.
Yeah, causing Badin to have to drive a really long way here. We're starting at the 15-yard line, and Badin really hasn't been able to put much together. So we'll see. Schweitzer, he's made a couple of errant throws. You know, can he stay calm and collected and do enough to help his team drive down the field and put up a score to tie things up?
Well, I was just kind of wondering why Trotwood-Madison wouldn't just kick the field goal anyway, and then you have an opportunity, and then if he misses it, you get the ball, and Badin gets the ball at the 20-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Alex DeLong crunched after getting 11 yards, and they'll bring that ball up across the 20-yard line down to the 24-yard line. Let's see what that flag is all about. Racing 3:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. Trotwood-Madison just turned the ball over on downs. Trying to look at the strategic play here. If Trotwood would have actually kicked the field goal, they don't make it. The ball goes down at the 20-yard line regardless.
Yeah. Either way you go, whether you go for it and don't make it, or you kick it and don't make it, the outcome's still the same. But at least if you're kicking, you got a chance to put some points up.
Well, I think Badin. Personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct. The play before that, but I think we had a sideline warning by Trotwood-Madison. That's going to put the ball at the 24-yard line of Badin, and that's where Zach Schweitzer is going to sit in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. 3:25 left to go here. Handoff to Alex DeLong. Bounces off of a tackle in the backfield. Tries to bounce it to the outside, but gets nothing there. Great pursuit from Trotwood.
Yeah, it was met right in the backfield as soon as he got the ball and tried to run out to the right side to try and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
That ball, that run actually does Badin a favor. It stops the clock. And we're going to bring up second down. Second down and about 12 at their own 23-yard line. Schweitzer is going to be in the shotgun, and we've got a timeout on the play, officials timeout here. We're going to see what's going to happen. I think we're talking the chain gang there. I don't think the ball marker was working. I think it was having trouble making it work. There it is, second down. Yeah.
I was going to say they had it at a first down there on the sideline and had to make sure they switched it up to match the correct down.
It's like, hey, if I'm watching it, whatever is over there is the actual play. I'm thinking that way. So he did change it to second down. So it's second down and 12. 3:18 left to go in this contest. If you're just tuning in, Badin trying to make some noise here, trying to get back in this contest, even though, gosh, it's almost one of those things where like they just feel so far away, but they're not. Toss over there for a bubble screen over to Marshall Flagg. That's going to be about a loss of a yard. Back to the 21-yard line. Trotwood-Madison sniffing things out.
Yeah, I was going to say, Trotwood-Madison, you look at them down there, they appear to be very confident right now. Short pass by Badin, kind of a curious play there in my opinion, but you set yourselves up for a 3rd and long, and we'll see what they do.
3rd down and 12. Schweitzer in the shotgun, rolling to the right side. We see Schweitzer roll around and he tosses it right in the hands of number 3, Sammy Anderson, and he may take this to the house. Touchdown, Trotwood.
Wow.
We'll get that a 23-yard pitch and catch the opposite direction, Chris.
Yeah, certainly what you can't have there if you're Badin trying to get back to tie this thing up. Wasn't really a great throw. There were plenty of defenders in the area, and Trotwood takes advantage, puts a score on the board, and it almost appears as this thing may be out of reach at this point.
When we were talking about the game being 14-7, I felt as though Badin trying to strain to get something going on in this fourth quarter, and it shows on that pass there. There was Zach Schweitzer trying to make something happen, and now Trotwood in position to put this up 21-7. Here comes a snap, hold, kick is up, and I think they're going to call
maybe an offside.
They're stopping the play here. I would imagine. I just don't know why they wouldn't let that play run out, but they're going to call offsides here. False start. Yeah, that's why they stopped the play. So this extra point is now going to be a field goal, Chris. So it's 2:35 left to play if you're just tuning in. Trotwood with the pick six. That was Sammy Anderson just waiting for a Zach Schweitzer pass. We could probably say that was a little bit forced there. And now it's going to be Trotwood. A little bit of a muff snap, and I think they're just going to go ahead and he gets crunched in the backfield. The holder, number 17, Dominic Reese. And it's going to stay at 20-7. 2:35 left to play here. Badin trailing Trotwood-Madison 20-7. We will be right back on the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Performance Toyota, located on Route 4 in Fairfield. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. Matandy Steel, a proud supporter of Badin Athletics. Bird's Grill and Bar, our Fan of the Day sponsor. Rick's Tavern and Grill, our gift certificate sponsor. SuccessPhoto.com, professional images of your local student athletes. And Mel's Diner, located in the heart of the village, a proud supporter of New Miami Athletics.
Hey, this is Badin Highs, Alex DeLong, and you're listening to Butler County High School Sports Report Radio Network.
Trotwood back in business here with a pick six. Extra point was missed. Did not have an opportunity to get that kick up, so we're going to stay at 20-7 with 2:35 left to go in this contest. Chris, I know you're kind of hopping in the thick of things in terms of what Badin's been able to do this year. Maybe not have been following up until later in the season, but Badin 0-2 start. Last man standing in terms of Butler County High School football teams. At this point, nothing to hang your head about being the best team of Butler County football.
No, absolutely not. Making the playoffs, like you said, after the start that they had and fighting. I mean, hey, especially against a team like Trotwood-Madison, this is definitely nothing to hang your heads about. You didn't play the way that you wanted to, that you needed to, but sort of maybe a moral victory here. You came back and you were able to bounce back after that rough start to the season.
2:35 left to play. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. Chris, appreciate you hopping on board for this one, man. I know it's been a long time since we talked, and I'm glad to get you back in the thick of things in terms of high school sports. Yeah,
like I said earlier, I was waiting for this all week. I was excited. I couldn't wait, and couldn't wait to see these two teams play. I've had a blast. I've probably had more fun than a human being should be allowed to have here tonight, I'll tell you that.
Well, I know, unfortunately, on the Badin side of things, the somber sideline, a somber fan base, as we're right above them. There's a quick pass over to Marshall Flagg, gets out of bounds. That's going to be a 11-yard gain. Out of bounds, good. I mean, good play. I don't know if Trotwood's going to drop back into some read prevent defense, which I hate. I can't stand. I don't say the word hate often, but dude, the prevent defense gets me all riled up, man.
I was going to say we may get a chance to see Badin make some plays here on offense, just because of the fact that Trotwood they're up right now. No need to press and.
Here comes Zach Schweitzer hitting Marshall Flagg again. Short, quick pass over to the right side. Only a 2-yard gain. He had to go down to get that, and now he's going to not going to stop the clock here, so it's a ticking.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're down, but it's kind of a curious play call right there with the short pass.
And here comes Zach Schweitzer dropping back, and has Josh Hageman. Nice little catch across the middle. He was expecting a nice crunch from number 22, Quentin Davis. Quentin Davis actually led up, and that's going to be about a 40-yard gain across the 50. Hurry-up offense for Badin down to the 25. 4 wide receivers set to the right, to the left. Dropping back again. Here comes a home run ball to the left side, and that pass was intended for Max Lauer, incomplete.
A little bit too high and outside there for that.
Yeah, I think you're going to probably see some big plays, maybe toss to the end zone. I mean, you got to score on this possession. It's a no-brainer, Chris. Got to score on this drive. And then hope for the onside kick, which is one of my favorite plays of the game.
Yeah, and really, you never know what could happen then. So we'll see.
Here comes Zach Schweitzer dropping back, rolling out to the right side. He's got Hageman deep in the end zone, but he throws it across the middle, and that was a quick pass. I believe that was Marshall Flagg in the middle. Doesn't stop the clock. That's going to be about a 7-yard gain. Schweitzer back in the shotgun. Badin on the move here. Tossing on over in the end zone. And it's knocked away. That pass was intended for Josh Hageman. Great defensive play.
That had the makings of a great catch by Hageman. I mean, a really nice throw. Great play by the defender. You know, he got his hand in there and kept him from completing that pass.
And it brings up 4th down, Chris. 4th down and 3. If you're Badin, you've got 2 timeouts, so you're going to play a little bit of a short game play here to try and get at least 3 yards. We're down at the 18, so we'll see what Badin's going to do here. 3 wide receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Hageman is on your left side. That's the guy you want to keep an eye on here, and that's where he's looking at. And throws it to Hageman, and that ball's incomplete. I don't know if Hageman just didn't want to reach up for it. I don't know if he thought it was going to be intended for somebody behind him, and that ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, it was a dart throw, kind of a line drive in there. There were some defenders around. You know, who knows, maybe he didn't want to jump up and risk, you know, getting hit there. But Trotwood will take over on downs here, and I imagine
the victory formation is up, Chris.
Victory formation. We'll see if Badin chooses to use what timeouts they have, and
we're looking at 1:11 left to play here in this contest. 20-7. Trotwood-Madison just gradually took over. It was kind of gradually punching some of the wind out of the sails of Badin, and it's worked. Under center is Hughley. Hughley's going to just sneak it up the middle, play it safe. Doesn't want to mess up a snap exchange. Plunges forward for no gain. And clock is going to reach under a minute to play. I don't know if Yordy's going to actually think about spending any of those timeouts here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're calling timeouts, you're really prolonging the inevitable. Again, not the way that they wanted to come in and have things go for them, but again, we go back to the way they started the season with 0-2 and fighting back. Coach Yordy talked about, you know, making every week a one-week season. They fought their way back to get to where they are here tonight.
And there's a kneel from Hughley, and that's probably going to clinch it here. Badin is not going to call their timeouts here. Chris, I tell you what, it's kind of justify this contest. It was exactly what we thought. It was going to be nip and tuck. Great defensive ball clubs coming in with stellar offenses. It was just who was going to make those big plays first.
Right, exactly, and really that's really what it was. Like we talked about, it was really a couple of big plays. It wasn't like Trotwood was overmatching them on every drive. It was just a couple of big plays, and Badin really didn't have enough, and they couldn't put anything together to answer. And you know, then you have the interception late there at the end of the game, and really kind of sealed the deal for Trotwood.
Well, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. We're going to call it a final here at Miamisburg's Highland Field, 20-7. Badin drops the season tonight, and that's going to pushed them to 9-4, ending a fantastic season by Coach Shorty and the Badin Rams. Trotwood moves on. That moves into 10-3. I know that Archbishop, we got Hartley and Alder were actually in a nip and tuck contest, so we will figure out who's going to win. Hey, Chris, I want to go ahead and thank you for joining us, man. It was a great call.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe not what we wanted to see in terms of Badin's end, and we wish Trotwood-Madison luck in terms of their Final Four appearance. But I'm Chris Vogt alongside Chris Gundrum. We want to thank you for listening to Butler County High School Sports Report. Signing off here from Miamisburg, Trotwood-Madison 20, Badin 7. So long.